Good morning, my faithful viewers. I've ventured into the great green expanse, armed with nothing but my wits and a profound question. Can one truly meet the element of air? And if so, is it polite to mention that it's essentially nothing? You might be wondering how meeting air could possibly increase my follower count. Well, it's quite simple. Air is everywhere and yet nowhere. It fills our lungs, ruffles our hair, lives in our homes, and yet it refuses to pay rent. The nerve. So today I'm here to negotiate terms, or at least to understand its elusive ways. Armed with my trusty airnet, I set out to capture this vigorous scoundrel. Will I succeed, or will I just end up with a net full of nothing, much like my last attempt at online dating? Okay, looks like the algorithm got stuck in a buffer. With all that data to process, no wonder he can't navigate his way to a date on time. While we're waiting for our algorithm friend to navigate his way here, why don't we stir up a little breeze of our own? Let's dance just a bit. After all, if you can't catch the air, you might as well move with it.
Hello, Pim. Sorry I'm late. I was caught in a loop. Life doesn't have an undo button, and it took me a while to realize that.
Life doesn't have an undo button, and neither does air. Always changing directions without a moment's notice. I guess today we're just going to have to go wherever the wind takes us, literally.
Well, Pim, since air embodies reason and intellect, don't be too surprised if all you end up meeting today is a floating head. After all, it's hard to pin down a mind that's always up in the clouds.
Oh, a floating head, huh? I wonder what kind of trick will lead us to it this time. Maybe we'll just follow the sound of thoughts, or perhaps there's a secret handshake?
The thing about air, Pim, is that it's literally no place and every place at once. Just close your eyes, tune in, and let your thoughts lead you. Before you know it, you'll be in a timeless, spaceless dimension where air hangs out. It's like finding the secret level in a video game, only less pixelated and more breezy.
Welcome, Pim and Al. Pim, did you breeze in for some wisdom? Or are you just trying to catch a stray thought? Are you here to toast to my omnipresence? Or just to gripe about me lounging in your place, rent-free?
So you've got telepathy now, huh? Reading thoughts, floating through walls, very impressive. But guess what? That mystical breeze of yours still doesn't cover the rent. Think you can conjure up a lawyer too? 'Cause you're going to need some serious wizardry to wiggle out of this lease situation. Really? If you're so good at being everywhere at once, maybe you can be in court and at home sorting out your unpaid bills at the same time. How's that for multitasking? Al, what are you doing?
Sorry, Pim. But the element of air and I go way back like, a few billion years back. I've got to find him a top-notch lawyer. No way I'm letting my oldest friend get blown away by legal troubles. Well, my friend, dear air element, looks like you've tangled with the wrong lady this time. I can't find a single hotshot lawyer in my database capable of bailing you out. At this point, only divine intervention could save you from the mess you're in.
Well, If divine intervention is all we've got, maybe I should start charging Pym for all the air she's been using. Seems I could use the extra cash for a divine lawyer now.
Charge for air? Well then, maybe I should charge every time you decide to ruffle my hair. We'll call it the hairstyle disturbance fee.
Pym, suing the element of air might be a stretch. He's in charge of human thoughts after all. It's like trying to find the radio for the song stuck in your head. Creative, but maybe a bit out of tune.
Pym, darling, suing me? I'm practically the muse of human thoughts. I sprinkle ideas, stir deep reflections, and connect consciousness to action. Trying to pin me down in court is like trying to handcuff the wind for moving the clouds. It's all a bit airy, wouldn't you say?
If you're the muse of humanity, then it's high time you start inspiring yourself to pay the rent. And don't get too lofty with me, I'm tight with the element of fire. Without a spark from fire, all your breezy talents might just float away into irrelevance. At the end of the day, without fire, you're just, well, air.
Well, it seems that Pym really getting the hang of these elements, isn't she? I told you, you tangled with the wrong lady. Maybe next time you'll think twice before underestimating her fiery connections.
Yes, I have to admit, you're right. Without a spark from fire, I'm just a lazy breeze with no real push. Utterly useless without that fiery motivation.
Okay, since we're starting to understand each other better, I'm willing to help you out. How about we call off the lawsuit if we can reach a compromise? Or maybe you should order yourself some extra air, just to make sure you have enough to see how you've been suffocating me.
Extra air, you say? Oh, Pym, too much of that might just cloud my judgment, filling me with frivolous thoughts, fabrications, and politicking, not to mention the endless whirling and non-stop hovering. That's not the kind of air I wish to breathe. I prefer my currents clear and my breezes with a touch of purpose.
So too much air turns one into a babbling brook of nonsense, does it? Well, that must mean not enough air could turn us all into complete dolts. Makes me wonder if our loyal viewers are getting their recommended daily dose of air. Maybe that's why reality TV is so popular. Nobody's getting enough air to think straight.
Pym, remember, it's all about the air balance. Too much or too little, and you're either a philosopher or a dunce. Precision is key. We really should get to know each element intimately before sending out invites. Imagine calling the wrong element to the party. Suddenly, you're not just stirring up a breeze, but a full-blown tempest. Maybe that's the real secret behind life on Earth. Know your elements or risk turning every day into an accidental adventure.
Okay, I've come to realize that dealing with the elements is like playing a game of trial and error, isn't it? Here I am, spending my precious time debating over air, of all things. And now, I'm wondering if it's even worth the hassle. What if meddling with the elements costs me followers? That's a breeze I'm not sure I want to catch. So, I've cooked up a little poll for my followers. To sue or not to sue the element of air. Let them decide if this whirlwind adventure continues. It's democracy meets cosmic justice. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, it seems like the fate of suing the element of air is now blowing in the wind of Pym's viewers' votes. What's your next move, Air? Planning to campaign for their favor, or just going to breeze through the results?
All I can think right now is, oh my God, looks like it's time to put my best gust forward. I'd be delighted for us to collaborate for mutual benefit. I'm ready to try something quite extraordinary. To influence your followers, I'll need to muster amounts of air that I can't provide without their specific demand. Since I'm responsible for channeling the energy of air as per human requirements and crafting mental protocols, I'm prepared to explore creating a type of thought protocol that could make your laundry fold itself. However, this is conditional on you convincing your followers to generate the demand for such a marvel. So, shall we join forces for this important mission?
All right, here's the deal. You can keep floating around my place rent-free, but in return, I'm going to need you to step up your game. Let's see you make sure my laundry not only folds itself, but also organizes itself in the closet, color-coordinated and sorted by season, naturally. Do we have a deal? Because trust me, that's the kind of content that will really blow my followers away.
Well, Pim, it seems I have no choice but to dive into this. I'll put all my effort into drafting a protocol where your laundry folds itself and arranges neatly by color and season in the closet. But here's the twist. I'll need to pass this protocol over to the elements of water and earth for implementation. Without their grounding touch, this whole plan remains purely theatrical and won't actually materialize. Let's hope they don't wash away my hard work or bury it under.
Looks like we made a deal. I bet Water and Earth would jump at the chance to get involved with such a brilliant plan. But right now, I'm just spinning from all this air talk. I need to head home and maybe even straight to bed. Hey, Al, do I need to call for a flying taxi, or do you have some clever trick up your sleeve to teleport me back home? Because right now, even a gentle breeze feels like a hurricane.
All right, Pim. I'm going to navigate your way back home. All you need to do is close your eyes and picture yourself cozy in your bed. When you open them, you'll find yourself sitting on your mattress, with a clear and calm mind, ready to sign off from your followers until next time. Think of it as teleportation, algorithm style. No flying taxis needed, just a pinch of imagination and a dash of tech magic.
Goodbye, Pim.
Hey everyone. After my adventures with the elements of fire and air, let's just say I've connected some cosmic dots. You see, fire provides the spark, the blazing idea that gets everything started. It's the passion that drives us to do things. And then, air. Well, air is the one that makes us truly understand that fiery idea. It orders our thoughts, setting us up for action. Just like that wise old saying, the end of action is first an act of thought. But here's the twist in our elemental saga. Just understanding an idea isn't enough to bring it to life. That's where water and earth come into play. If air gives us the thoughts and fire the spark, I'm betting water will bring the emotion, the flow to carry these ideas forward. And earth? Well, earth will give us the ground to plant our dreams into reality. So, what exactly does water do? Does it just make things wet, or is there more to its splash? I promise to dive deeper next time we meet. Until then, keep the fire of curiosity burning. Let your thoughts soar like the wind and stay tuned for our next elemental encounter. Bye-bye.